Hey guys, it's Barb, and this is my Artsnacks unboxing and review. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to see more of these videos. Now let's check it out. Getting these boxes in the mail every month has been such a highlight for me, and this one is no exception. This one features a special extra item here, which is this Caran automatic long point sharpener, and we'll have a closer look at that in a minute. Our snack this month is a extra sour crybaby bubblegum. We have our Artsnacks sticker, the menu card, which of course details all of the items inside, and of course the green tissue that has the rest of our items in the box. So let's have a closer look at what's inside the tissue. I'm going to unravel it here and we'll see what we have inside. It looks like we've got 4 full-size items. That's one of the really great things about Artsnacks is they do send you full-size samples, which is great because it's exactly how it would be if you bought it in the store, so you're getting a pretty accurate representation. Our first item is a ZIG Millennium Pen in 0.5. Just having a look at the tip. I've been pretty impressed with most of the ZIG products that I've gotten so far in these boxes, so I'm looking forward to trying this one out. The next item is a Caran Edelweiss pencil in HB. And we also have a ShinHan Art touch marker, and it's a dual tip and it's in fluorescent green. And lastly, we have the Sakura Sumogrip retractable eraser. This month's box features Artsnacks limited edition exclusive Caran automatic long point sharpener. It features the Artsnacks logo on one side and it comes in their signature teal color. On the inside you can see we have a stop function as well as 2 extra blades for the sharpener, which is awesome. And the 2 holes, normally you would have 2 different sizes, but how this one works is you can sharpen the wood first on your pencil, and then the second hole, or the number 2 there, is for sharpening the lead, so you can get a really nice long point. The stop function allows it so that you don't over sharpen, which is awesome. Next up is the Caran Edelweiss pencil. It features a high quality cedar casing, smooth core, and has a long-lasting point. I'm doing my preliminary sketch on Strathmore Mixed Media paper. It's the paper type that I use for all of my Artsnacks experiments because it works quite well with both wet and dry media. One of the attributes of this pencil is that it's supposed to be very smooth, and I did find that it was in combination with this paper. I tend to use either a 2H pencil or a color erase pencil when I'm doing preliminary sketches, and that's mostly because I don't really like the residue that's left behind, but this pencil was really great to use and I didn't feel like it was too heavy-handed at any point or that it was going to leave residue behind, which was really nice. The next product I'm going to use is the ZIG Millennium Pen. It's permanent and light fast, and when it's dry it is smudge proof and waterproof, and again this is a really great attribute in an ink pen, especially for me. I tend to work in mixed media, so I really want something that's not going to budge when I'm done using it and done doing my line work. In this case it's going to be really great to see how this performs when I go to erase my pencil work underneath. That's also a really important thing to have in a pen. It can be really frustrating when you lay down your pencil work and then go to do your line work over top with ink, then go to erase it and you get smudging. It's really important that if you're working on something, especially if it is a final piece, that you have it be as clean as possible, so those types of things are really important. I'm using a variety of types of lines with this illustration, a little bit of cross-hatching and some just singular line weights and some thicker line weights just to get a feel for this pen. I really love that Artsnacks doesn't always necessarily send the same weight of pen in the different pens they send you, so it helps for greater experimentation. Once my ink line work is completely dry, I'm going to go over it with the Sakura Sumogrip retractable eraser. It has a microporous foam technology which requires minimal pressure to erase. I was really happy with how this eraser performed. It did seem true to its claim. I didn't really have to press very hard at all. In combination with this pencil, it really did erase easily. It would be interesting to try it in a different situation with a different type of pencil and see if it still performs the same. But in this experiment, it was great. I love that it's refillable, and the retractable part is also a great feature. The last product from our box is the ShinHan Art Touch Twin Brush Marker. This marker is alcohol based, and it has two different tips. One is a medium wide chisel nib and one is a flexible fiber brush nib. One of the really great features about this product is that the tips are replaceable and the ink is also replaceable as well. It's really great to see when companies make an effort to reduce the amount of waste that their product creates, and it's also kind of a nice incentive to justify sometimes a higher price point, knowing that the marker itself is refillable and the tips are replaceable. I'm just doing some quick tests with both ends of the marker. If you're into hand lettering or calligraphy, this marker will look great for any of those types of projects, as well as any kind of detailed illustration. I'm using it here on my lime illustration, and I'm doing an initial layer, and I'm going to do a few more layers to get a deeper green out of this marker. Just using the brush end currently and just experimenting, seeing what kind of different effects I can get from it. It seems to be fairly uniform when it dries, but in some areas it appears to be darker, so I'm using that to my advantage by creating some depth and some shadowing by layering continuously over top with additional layers of marker to give it that darker color in the areas that normally would be representing shading. If you look at the surface of a lime, it has a little bit of dimpling and a little bit of a rougher surface, so I'm just going over top now with just putting in some dots using the marker, and again using that layering of the color to my advantage to create some depth. Even so, this is an alcohol-based marker as opposed to a water-based one. I'm going to water it down a little bit here to get a lighter yellow hue that I can then use to fill in the rind area of my lime. This is a really great trick I've learned from other Artsnacks subscribers, and it's really great because it allows you to get a lot of diversity out of one pigment, and you can treat it almost like paint in that you can create different hues from a single color. I'm now going back over with my ZIG Millennium Pen, and I'm filling in my leaves black. I just like the contrast, and I'm going to do a little bit more additional detailing as well. And here's a look at my final illustration using all of the items in the June Artsnacks box. Once again, this was a really great group of items in this box. It was really hard to pick a favorite. I definitely want to try more of the touch markers because I have the least experience with those, but everything in this box was definitely worth giving a shot. If you'd like to know more about Artsnacks, you can find them at artsnacks.co or here on YouTube. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time.